Well guys, we are halfway through 2021 and this year has been incredible. Hey everyone, it's McKeown again, back with another video this week. It's going to be one of the shorter videos that I filmed. It's just a follow-up on a video that I did at the beginning of the year. If you've been following me since the beginning of the year, I did make a 2021 goals video, kind of what I wanted to accomplish this year. And this video is just going to see how I am faring halfway through the year. As much as my YouTube channel is for everyone out there to definitely give as much information as I can, whether it be just about my personal life, real estate, investing, or even potentially traveling here in the shortcomings, this video is actually going to be for me looking back at myself in 6 months at the end of 2021 and realizing, hey, I was able to accomplish all of my goals, hopefully, or I fell short of a couple things. And it's also going to allow me to look back in a year or 2 years or 3 years knowing that, hey, this is where I was and this is where I am now. So first things first, going back to the video that I made at the beginning of this year, the very first thing and probably the most important thing is how many houses as a real estate agent in Dallas, Texas, am I going to be closing? Last year, I closed 71 homes. My goal this year was to close a little bit more, but I knew I was essentially capped out and I have a bunch of other things that I really wanted to accomplish this year. So my goal was only to increase production in terms of myself to 75 homes a year. We are at the beginning of July, halfway through the year, and I am sitting at about 43 pending and closed transactions. What that means as far as a real estate agent's production is I have completed 43 homes, whether it be for investors, residential buyers, or sellers. So I'm truly on pace to hit that 75 that my goal is. However, in the past couple years, I have done a little bit more production in Q1 and Q2 than I have done in Q3 and Q4. For example, last year, technically through Q1 and Q2, I had done more transactions than I'm sitting at right now, but the beauty of it is there's other aspects of real estate that I can improve on. For instance, the average sales price here in my market has obviously increased because of the price in my market, as well as dealing with individuals with a little bit higher end homes. So my average sales price and my total average amount of sales has increased from last year. The next goal that I had at the beginning of the year, and probably is one of the largest goals that I want to accomplish this year, is the amount of subscribers on my YouTube channel. Right now I'm sitting at about 1,100, a little over 1,100 subscribers. My goal at the beginning of the year was to hit 2,000. I would say I'm definitely on pace to hit 2,000. YouTube is kind of a weird animal in a sense. I can start getting a ton of subscribers and relative to what I have been getting, and it falls off. It's tough to say, but I've been trying to be as consistent as I can. About a year ago is when I brought on a full-time videographer, started filming, and I've gone from 1 video a week to 3 videos a week and anywhere in between. It's been a struggle to try to find that consistency in terms of uploading what people want to watch and what people want to see. So if you do have any ideas that you do want me to film or what you guys do like to see, feel free to leave a comment down in the comment section below. I do want to continue to make content for you guys at the end of the day. Again, I mentioned in a previous video, my intent with YouTube is not to become the next Graham Stephan or the next, large YouTuber and completely get out of real estate. I love what I do. I love what I'm building here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, and I have a ton of goals just in real estate itself. But I do want to be able to provide information that I feel wasn't readily accessible for myself. I had to kind of go out and seek it. And YouTube is just a great platform for me to be able to upload content and have people such as yourself enjoy the content and learn from it. Now the next set is going to be more revolved around my real estate company here. And actually this video is being filmed inside of a conference room of my best friend's mortgage office. He is about 12 to 18 months ahead of me in terms of starting his own business, and that's why he, has this beautiful commercial property. My goal is to be sitting in my own commercial property within the next 12 to 18 months with my real estate team here in Dallas, Texas. But for now, I do have a small office here inside of his office. With that being said though, my goal at the beginning of the year was to bring on 3 to 5 agents, 3 to 5 licensed real estate agents to my team. And I'm sitting at currently 1 licensed agent on my team, and I have 2 good friends that'll be joining the team here within the next week or 2. So if we include those, I'm already at my goal of 3 licensed agents on the team, and I'm pushing probably towards the top end of my goal by the end of the year to have 5 agents on my team. Now what that's gonna propel me to do is it's gonna allow me to take this to the next level. It's gonna allow me to have an office such as my friend does here, where I have my own conference room for my agents. I have my own personal office versus just my team's office. I'll have an entire room for video production for my videographer and for myself to film, as well as other individuals on my team. My business manager that runs my business will have her own office, and I'll also have co-working space and so much more once I get my own personal space. Now that isn't a 2021 goal, that's probably the end of 2022, but I do want to give you guys some more insight just on my personal life and the business that I'm building. That's why I do vlogs. I know a lot of people out there in terms of real estate show you the beauty and show you the, greatness that real estate can be. They don't show you all of the, dirt and grind that people put in and day out, such as myself. And that was actually one of the biggest reasons I started my YouTube channel, was I was frustrated with the fact that anything that's out there is just really fake at the end of the day. A lot of these people that are selling multi-million-dollar properties, they're showing you this glamour and greatness that real estate is. But at the end of the day, I truly love what I do, but it's an absolute grind. Now, to piggyback off of having 3 to 5 agents on my team, I do want a level of production to come with that. There'd be no purpose of me bringing individuals onto my team if they weren't closing deals, because at the end of the day, it's time being taken away from making YouTube videos or self-production and closing homes for myself. So I wanted to have my agents do 40 deals a year. So the downside to that is I didn't bring in my first agent until June. So I was kind of already set behind in terms of my goal of doing 40 transactions for my licensed agents on my team. I'll be sitting at the end of July with 3 closed transactions from 1 of my licensed agents. As I mentioned before too, I've got 2 more licensed agents coming in this month, and hopefully they'll start closing deals in August. But in reality, I have, about 5 more months in order to do about 35 transactions. So the likelihood that I'm gonna be able to hit that 40 transactions for my team is gonna be less likely than anything else this year in terms of my goals, but stay tuned and I'm sure I'll be giving you guys insight on how my team is doing. Now the next thing is actually probably one of the most exciting things to grow. If you've been following me, I actually left a real estate company back in October of 2020. Started out the beginning of the year helping grow that organization. I do have a local team here and I've self-branded myself, but I do work for Real Broker. Real Broker, I swapped over from eXp Realty at the end of 2020. And I've continued to help build that company. Now with Real Broker, they have what we call revenue share. Revenue share allows me to profit off of the agents that I bring into the company, and they don't necessarily have to be here locally. So for instance, I brought in an agent out of San Antonio, which is about 4 hours away. He himself has brought on an additional close to 75 agents underneath him, not locally on his team, and I'm able to collect not just off of him, but also the 75 agents he has brought on as well. Now the perk with revenue share is it allows me to invest more here for my local team. As I was mentioning earlier, I want to build a team. I want to have 3 to 5 agents by the end of this year, hopefully 10 by the end of next year. I want to have my own commercial space. All of this expense-wise is going to be covered by that revenue share. Now when I first joined in October, my first check or first month of revenue share was about $1,000. This is completely passive off of the agents underneath me. Now I'm sitting at about 165 agents underneath me within the company, and my revenue share check last month was $20,000. Now this revenue share is going to continue to grow, and that revenue share amount that I get every single month is what I'm allowing myself to use towards building my local company here. It's what's allowing me to spend, money on a videographer, a business manager, the office, so on and so forth, and not feel so weighed down by all the expenses that a lot of real estate companies out there are feeling on a daily basis. Now it goes back to a lot of real estate just being fake in general. There are a ton of people out there that flaunt how well they're doing, but at the end of the day, I'd love to see their profit and loss statement because they likely aren't very profitable. And my intent with this revenue share and growing Real is to be able to have a company locally here that I'm basically fully profitable on. Now, my annual revenue share payout that I wanted to hit this year was $150,000. If you multiply $20,000 a month by 12, you're talking $240,000. But revenue share has been increasing every month. So at the beginning of the year, I was not making $20,000. My goal at the beginning of the year was to hit 150. And I would say year to date, I'm sitting at about 65 or 70. By the end of the year, I should likely hit $150,000 in terms of annual payout if I continue to grow the brokerage. And I'm on pace truly to probably even go beyond that. Now, regarding revenue share, it's just an additional stream of income that I have. If you guys are interested in hearing a video about just all of the income streams I have, I'd love to make that kind of video for you. Again, make sure to just leave down a comment in the comment section below. Also, if you have any other video ideas, I'd love to hear them. I'm just here to create content for you guys. Now, I am sitting at about 165 agents underneath me in my company. My goal for the year is to hit 250. I do have a handful of agents I've already spoken to who will be coming on board here quickly. 250 is still the goal, and I should and hope for getting 250 at the end of the year, but it's gonna take a lot of work from now to the end of the year. And the last thing I really want to achieve is to continue to grow my rental portfolio. Now, I did make a video a while back regarding my $2 million rental portfolio and kind of breaking down the numbers of my rental portfolio. I do have a house on the market right now that is for sale. Should be going under contract either today or tomorrow. The profits from that I've spoke about. I was planning on using that for a commercial property, kind of switched gears, and I'm planning on using that for an Airbnb in Colorado. I do live relatively close to Colorado, 12 to 14 hours. I'd love to be able to go up during the winter, take my dogs with me, and use it as kind of an escape a couple times a year, and the rest of the year use it as a short-term rental. That is indeed something that I will have done by the end of the year. And the other property I've filmed out before, which is probably about a week and a half from being completed, is another rental property that I purchased and am remodeling as it is right now, and that should be rented out sometime in the next month. My goal for the year was to purchase 2 rental properties. I don't know if I'm gonna purchase a third, but we will see by the end of 2021. But as of right now, I've hit that goal already, and it's only July. Now again, the reason why I'm filming this is for really accountability for myself, something to be able to look back on. It's a video that will pop up within a year, or I'll look back in 6 months and say, hey, this is where I was July of 2021, and now it's the end of 2021. This is where I'm at, and it's July of 2025. You know, looking back, oh my gosh, I only had 1,100 subscribers on YouTube, and now I have X amount of subscribers on YouTube, and I'm officially quote unquote retired because of passive income. I mean, that's, you know, the long-term goal here is continuing to increase my passive income as much as I can through revenue share, through stock, through investment accounts, through, you know, commissions, and putting the money right where it should be to make me money continuously for years to come, including my rental portfolio. But if you guys need accountability, I'd love to hear what your goals for 2021 are. Again, leave that in the comment section down below. If you want to follow me on Instagram too, I'll leave my Instagram in the description below. I do hold a lot of people accountable on a daily basis. You're welcome to follow me on there. I'm gonna be making another follow-up video at the end of the year, hoping that all of these have been met. I think the hardest one for me to achieve is gonna be the 40 transactions for agents on my team. But with 2 more agents coming onto the team, I'm hoping that they can get their butt in gear and start closing some deals that would really start to build the team here. I would say the biggest thing at the end of the day for my level of success and for me to be able to have done what I've done is having people in my life that hold me accountable. Whether that be a random person on YouTube, or whether that be a random stranger off TikTok, or whether it be my best friend here in person who owns this entire building. I have a good core group of friends that hold me accountable, as well as myself holding myself accountable, and that's truly what allows me to put in the work each and every day. Is I have some huge goals, and those goals don't get achieved unless I'm putting in the work day in and day out. Thanks again for watching, guys. I apologize for a little bit shorter of a video this week. We did a massive video last week with an interview. Once again, if you guys have any ideas in terms of content, make sure to leave that down in the comment section below. I do read every single comment, and I will make sure to make any kind of content that you guys want here on my YouTube channel. So make sure to like and subscribe, guys. It really does help, and stay tuned for the next video.